Hello, in this topic, I will talk about interference and noise reduction technique in communication system that we used. Before we get to the main topic, we have to go through the introduction first, like importance of interference with communication, its definition of interference and noise, etc. So first of all, what is the importance of reliable and interference free communication? Reliable and interference free communication is fundamental to our modern society's functioning and progress. It impacts various aspects of our lives, from everyday interaction to critical operation, making it a key priority for individuals, businesses, and governments alike. Investing in robust communication system, implementing interference reduction technique is essential to meet the growing demands of our connected world. Like that we describe business efficiency, public safety, emergency response, internet connectivity, national security. It is critical to military operations, intelligence gathering, and maintaining secure government networks. Now let us understand the definition of interference and noises in communication. So interference and noise are unwanted disturbance that impact communication system negatively. Interference result from unwanted signals or electromagnetic disturbance from external or internal sources, while noise refers to random or unwanted electrical disturbance that corrupt the transmitted signal. Into the next slide, we can see the types of interference. Now, how many types are there? Interference are generally two types: external interference and internal interference. In external interference, this type of comes from external sources outside the communication system. Example include electromagnetic interference (EMI) from nearby electronic devices, radio frequency interference from other wireless transmitters, or environmental factors such as lighting or power line noise. Now the internal interference, what is? Now this occurs within the communication itself. It can result from signal reflection, crosstalk between closely spaced wires or channels, or inter-symbol interference caused by multipath propagation in wireless communication. So crosstalk, adjacent channel interference, inter-symbol interference, etc. Next slide is types of noise. How many noise are types? Is thermal noise, we can say atmospheric noise, impulse noise, and crosstalk noise. Now let us go through the impact. What is the impact of interference and noise that we have to remove it from its communication system to maintain a sustained communication? That signal degradation, and second is reduced data throughput, communication errors that we faced, and lower system capacity. Capacity of the system, it becomes lower because of interference and noise. Now next slide, it is the main slide or main topic we are going to discuss. The interference reduction technique. First have to we go through, then noise reduction technique. That is interference reduction technique. The first point is frequency planning and allocation. In wireless communication system, frequency planning involves allocating different frequency bands to different users or services by carefully assigning frequencies and minimizing overlap between adjacent channel. The interference between different signal can be reduced. The next is antenna design and placement. The proper antenna design can help to minimize interference by focusing the transmitted and received signal in specific direction. Directional antennas can reduce directional antennas can reduce interference from unwanted direction, while the antenna diversity technique can improve signal reception in the presence of fading and interference. Third is spread spectrum technique. Spread spectrum modulation technique such as frequency hopping and direct sequence spectrum spread the transmitted signal across a wide frequency band. This makes the signal more resilient to narrowband interference and noise. The fourth technique that is adaptive filtering. The adaptive filtering algorithm, it continuously adjusts filter coefficient based on the received signal's characteristics. This can help to adaptively cancel out interference and also in some cases noise, enhancing the signal to noise ratio. Now the next slide, that is noise reduction technique. That is, first we will be discussed coding and error correction. An error correction code or ECC is an encoding scheme that transmit messages as binary numbers in such a way that the message can be recovered even if some bits are erroneously flipped. The next technique is equalization. Equalization techniques are used to adjust the frequency range of a signal by boosting or cutting certain frequencies. What this means is it is used to compensate for signal distortion caused by the communication channel. This helps in reducing symbol interference and improves the accuracy of signal detection. Now third is the frequency selective filtering. It involves the application of filters that selectively attenuate or remove specific frequency components of a signal while allowing the other desired frequencies to pass through. The next is technique that in noise reduction is power control. What is power control? In cellular communication system, the power control can be used to adjust the transmit power of mobile devices. This ensures that each user signal is received at an appropriate level, minimizing interference with neighboring cells. Now we have the combined techniques that we generally used, that is diversity techniques like spatial frequency, time, etc. Diversity techniques such as spatial diversity, frequency diversity and time diversity involve using multiple antennas or communication path to combat fading and improve signal quality. Now second combined techniques is adaptive modulation and coding. AMC adjusts the modulation scheme and coding rate based on the channel condition. Third is multiple access scheme. What is multiple access scheme? These techniques like time division multiple access and frequency division multiple access, code division multiple access, and orthogonal frequency division multiple access enable multiple users to share the same communication channel efficiently, reducing interference. Now at the end we have reached the end of the is PPT conclusion. What we can reach out at last: by employing this interference and noise reduction technique, communication system can achieve better performance, increased stability, reliability, and improved overall user experience. The choice and effectiveness of this technique depend on the specific communication system's requirement and the nature of interference and noise in the environment. That's it. Thank you.